What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. And it is the Goblin Summon once again. And we have this unassuming little princess that has just wandered into the territory of the goblins. And she looks like she's not phased one bit. So we have a new hero in the Goblin Portal today. Just a single new hero. A single new unassuming little hero called Violet Potts. So we're going to have a look at Violet today. We'll see what she's all about. So let's get right into it. Here she is in all her triumphant glory. She just looks so simple. But yeah, let's see what she does. I mean, of course, she is our newest hero from the Garrison Guard family. So there better be something good, Violet. Let's have a little look. So I think that border around the edge of the card is new as well, actually. That looks pretty dope. So anyway, so Violet Potts, our latest hero from the Garrison Guard, 5-star dark hero, and she is of the fighter class. We love the fighter class because she gets the chance to revive. With the extra talent grid, it's the master revive now, so with a fatal attack, it's a 30% chance to revive at the end of the turn. And the character, if they're revived, gets an additional 25% attack for 2 turns. Now, it's all about the family bonus for these heroes. So she is of the Garrison Guard. She's disappeared, but she is definitely of the Garrison Guard, which means that she gets a bonus for 1, 2, or 3 heroes. At the start of the battle, summons a Recruit Guard Mega Minion with 20, 25, or 30% HP and 100, 120, or 140% attack inherited from the caster. Now, that's a pretty good family bonus, but it's not the be-all and the end-all with these heroes. The best part about them is this awesome passive. So every 4 turns, they get the Guard Rally, which removes all Wither effects from all allies. So you cannot place Wither on these heroes, or you can, but it will be removed within that 4 turns. Every 4 turns, it's just going to disappear. And that's what makes these heroes so desirable. Now, in terms of stats, let's have a quick look without the max power on. We're looking at a huge team power, 1061, so over 1100 on the attack, nearly 1100 on defense, and nearly 1800 HP. So very decent stats for little Violet. And her special skill is the Lucky Coin. And she's running at average speed. So she safely dispels status effect buffs from all enemies. That's not the most common thing that we see. Normally it's you want to cleanse, so safely cleanse. Safely dispel can come into effect against heroes like Queen Gowang, I think, is one with the buff. And then also, actually, now that I'm thinking, heroes like Dark Feather, Guardian Hippo, heroes that give those kind of really detrimental effects. But then there's no need for the safe dispel. I think it's just Queen Gowang that I'm thinking of that needs the safe dispel. Now, all enemies are then immune to new status effect buffs for 4 turns. And she summons a Sword Guard Mega Minion with 35% HP and 300% 300% of her attack. That's humongous. Inherited from the caster. Let's tick the little question mark. So again, it says a hero can only have 1 Mega Minion. Mega Minions replace all existing minions and fiends. Additional minions or fiends can't replace these Mega Minions, and effects that destroy minions instead deal damage equal to 50% of the Mega Minions' max health, and any other effects affecting minions won't affect Mega Minions. Now, as far as the minion destroyers are concerned, taking away half health, that's a pretty decent factor now that the minions have been increased in terms of their health. So these minions are going to be able to get up to some pretty juicy, pretty beefy stats. I mean, if you hit on max power preview, we're looking at like 2500 health with this hero. So, you know, 35% of that, that's already a massive amount of health. And 300% of that attack stat, that's going to be doing some damage every single turn. And then on top of that, the target that gets hit by the Sword Guard Mega Minion receives 639 bleed damage over 3 turns. This is with the max power on. Without the max power, it says 435. So the bleed damage is going to increase depending on what your attack stat is. So the more you build your attack stat, the more you're going to be building your damage over time. And this effect then spreads to the nearby enemies as well. Now, it doesn't reset the turns when it spreads, so that's kind of the same effect that you get with someone like Daroga. Although Daroga's damage is higher, the bleed damage is higher, and he's running at a faster speed. So I wouldn't say it's all about the bleed damage, but I mean, it is about the buff immunity. So that's a pretty strong thing. So let's just break what Violet's doing down. So safely dispelling all status effect buffs from all enemies. So when she says safely dispelling, I mean, like I said, it's only really going to be needed to safely dispel against very, very specific heroes. But for the most part, it's a team-wide dispel. And then she's throwing up this buff immunity, so all of the enemies are unable to give themselves buffs for 4 turns. And that is strong. That is strong against all enemies. We've seen it with the hero of the month. If I just click out here, it's the target nearby that are immune to new status effect buffs. She's also running at average speed. So now you've got Miss Violet, and she's shutting down the entire team at average speed. And that is far more effective. It means that they're just not going to be able to give themselves any buffs at all for the next 4 turns. But then having said that, you have heroes, even at the sort of 4-star level. If I was just to click into my roster for a second, let's go to roster. Let's put our roster cap on. And we go down. She's somewhere here. Where the heck is she? Gosh, I'm looking for Sabina. I'm looking for Oh, there you are. Right, so Sabina costume, not that one, this one. So all enemies are immune to new status effect buffs for 3 turns, and she dispels buffs from all enemies. Granted, she does it in a different order, but I mean, there are heroes available, just epic heroes sitting around that you probably have, like Sabina, that will be able to do that effect to the whole team. So it's not like it's a super strong effect just because of that. And then the Mega Minion, I mean, that's a huge amount of attack, so it's going to be hitting pretty damn hard every turn. So I like the Mega Minion. I kind of like the bleed damage and the fact that it's attached to the hit from the Mega Minion, so it's just going to be doing all sorts of havoc and bleed damage all over the board, and you can't really cleanse it. So I think that's where this hero comes into effect, but it's more about the Mega Minion. She's kind of an all-rounder. She's pretty much a jack of all trades, but she's not specifically a master of one of them, which leads me to believe that Violet is going to be a good hero, but not necessarily a great hero. So she's flicking her lucky coin. She's wandering around. She's a pretty good hero, don't get me wrong. Congrats if you do manage to grab this hero. But I don't think that she is going to just completely drastically change the game. She's not potentially as strong as some of the other heroes that we've seen released from this portal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll give Violet an A grade. I think she is an A grade, prime beef, but not quite superior, like mature aged. In fact, I don't think she's got that maturity because you can see it with her card. Anyways, that is my thoughts on Violet. Please do let me know in the comments what you guys think about Violet. Like I say, I think she's a really good hero. I just think that she's doing a lot, but she's not really, she's not really floating my boat. You know what I mean? Yeah, so let me know in the comments what your guys' thoughts are on Violet. Also, please do drop us a like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, share it with your mother, guys. And I will see you all again in the next video. Bye for now.